Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special episode of our podcast, coming to you live from COP29 in the dynamic city of Baku. Today, we are honored to have with us Cinderella, the Executive Director of Green Hat Trust. Green Hat Trust is an impactful organization dedicated to promoting sustainability and driving environmental transformation, especially in developing regions. We are excited to hear her insights on the key discussion at COP29 and the challenges and opportunities in building a sustainable future. Thank you for joining us, Cinderella. I have some questions for you. Could you briefly introduce yourself, please?
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Cinderella Ndlovu. I'm from Zimbabwe. I am the founder and executive director of Green Hat Trust, which is a youth-led environmental non-profit organization which is based in Zimbabwe. So Green Hat Trust seeks to capacitate communities on how they can mitigate, how they can adapt to climate change. So we have a number of initiatives that focus on building the adaptive capacities of communities. We also have environmental education programs that are targeted at children and young people in schools from primary to secondary and tertiary education. We also have some initiatives with out-of-school youth so that they can also be champions in terms of accelerating climate action in communities around Zimbabwe. We have 5 thematic areas: biodiversity conservation, environmental education and awareness, climate adaptation and mitigation, and then we also have waste management and sustainable livelihoods.
Thank you for your answer, Cinderella. What are your impressions from the COP29 conference?
I think the COP29 has been very interesting, especially with regards to the finance issues. Finance is really important, and it's something that we cannot avoid talking about because all the climate action initiatives are based on the availability of finance. Especially developing countries, they need climate finance to be able to fulfill their NDCs. We need climate finance to adapt to climate change. So COP29 being the COP for finance, I think it's been a very interesting COP where we get to hear some concrete commitments, although there's still need for more commitments, especially with regards to the exact figure in which the developed countries are going to be contributing towards climate finance. So I think it's been a very, very interesting COP with a lot that's going on apart from finance, issues to do with the new collective quantification goal, issues to do with gender, issues to do with transparency, and of course, youth involvement as well, amongst other topics.
Thank you. One of the main topics of this conference is climate finance. Apart from climate finance, what do you think are the challenges and how can they be overcome in the sustainability journey and transformation process for developing countries?
I think it's very important, especially for the developing countries, to also receive capacity building. Capacity building is very important in the sense of also looking at issues to do with reporting that is required under the Paris Agreement, where each party is expected to report their greenhouse gas emissions. I think it's very important that we also look at issues to do with capacity building of developing countries and the financing as well, which I had previously mentioned that we cannot avoid because it's kind of like a cross-cutting issue that touches upon each and every single agenda. So I think that's one of the most important things. And then the issue of the adaptation fund as well as the issues to do with the technology transfer. Because developing countries, in as much as we would like to implement all the green solutions, the sustainable solutions, we also need the technology transfer from the developed countries to be able to facilitate even with the just transition and issues to do with particularly the fossil fuels as well. So we definitely need to see the cascading of not only funds, but the technology and the capacity building as well to enhance the skills of developing countries and their capacity to be able to transition justly, to be able to report as well.
Thank you. If you have a message for our viewers, could you share it?
The message for viewers, I would say, grassroots communities are very important in the climate conversation. Whether it's finance, we need to find ways in which that finance can cascade to local communities. I also think that the viewers also need to know how the climate conversation should not only begin and end at COP, but it should be something that we engage in each and every single day of our lives, because the planet is what we share, and how we are relating to our nature is also very, very critical in terms of our day-to-day lives. So it's very important that the viewers also get to understand climate change issues from a grassroots perspective, and try and implement the small things that they can do at household level, be it recycling, be it conserving water, be it doing cleanup campaigns or planting trees. There's a lot that we can do within our homes, within our space, that can promote environmental sustainability.
Thank you so much, Cinderella, for sharing your inspiring insights and experience with us today. Thank you.
Thank you.